welcome back to Cymru Cactuars Fight Night, and we are heading into the fourth and final round of the first Hidden Hope Locals. And we have Connor and Sam. These are our finalists. Both are only two exos. Fish, talk us through the matchup.
So, Connor doing Connor things with Ice Earth Control, and Sam G on Fire Water Knights. Now, this is a deck I've been really looking forward to seeing. So, really excited for this matchup.
You asked, and we have delivered. So, all the archetypes have seen play. We've seen the Cat 8. We've seen the Warriors of Darkness. Now we're seeing the Knight. So, all of these new archetypes have got lots of love this set. So yeah, really interested to see how this plays out. Obviously playing the new Water Legend Corilla, which is the new party piece for this Knights deck.
I'm hoping that we also see Tidus Limit Break as well. That could be an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely. Very strong Limit Break card. The round timer is about to go.
Yeah, we can give him a thumbs up. Connor has seen, and we are off.
So yeah, Connor going for Mulligan. I don't blame him. I saw lots of high costed things. So he's got a lock. So he's got a turn one play. And there it is. So we're going to say lock, and we're probably going to say backup. Getting rid of a ultimate. Oh, and he hits the Rydia. Very nice. I think he's got a Rydia in hand as well. So really clean opening lined up for Connor. He's got the Rydia and he's got a Scale Toad. So if he can get himself a Larkishas, he can go Rydia into the Unalesca and discard the Scale Toad to the Unalesca and kind of line up.
That's it. It's really nice to see this lock come back as well, because this thing was quite a staple for a while. But answering just with a similar Sam going in with the Sarah, Circe Princess Sarah likely.
Well, just for so long it was Ice's only way of getting backup. So I think it has a really good place in this Ice Earth Control deck, because if you see it early, it can get you into one of your two backup searches. So Connor's running the Rydia and the new Emina as well. But then if you see it late, you can call something like Monster and go digging for your Scale Toads and your Biblos.
Yeah. Now, going in for Edgar here, I really like this. Edgar's a great card off of Sam there.
So we're going to see Rydia come down now. So we'll discard one Rydia, and then what are we thinking about getting rid of? So he is going to get rid of the Scale Toad. So we're going to search I imagine a Unalesca, and then a summon. Maybe a Mist Dragon or... I think we saw it near the beginning. There it is. And yeah, he is going to get the Mist Dragon.
It's full art, so it's more powerful, guys.
100%, as is the Unalesca. I think Connor estimated it, if he can fully full art the deck, I think it would be 30 full arts or something.
Oof.
And then he's going to get rid of the Sephiroth to play the Unalesca. And then we've got another backup lined up for the subsequent turn. So we have got a Arcanist in there as well.
Yeah. I think one of my biggest takeaways from this set so far is the fact that Emina searches that Arcanist. I think is going to be massive for us.
Well, it becomes now like a tech piece. So if you think you're playing against decks that have a lot of similar costed things, like we've already seen Soiree rear its head again today. So it becomes a good tech choice. So we are going to see the Arcanist. Have we got any dead cards? Not yet, but we have got 3 ice backups and a Kurosami in hand. So I imagine that Connor is lining up to do the Kurosami next turn on Sam. So Sam needs to think about how he's going to play out this turn. He's going to go for a Leonora, searching a Palom or Porum. And he's going to get the Palom backup, so he's going to really cleanly tie up his backline here. Okay.
No, he's changed his mind.
So maybe he's thinking about getting the Porum instead. Okay, so he's going for a Porum instead. Recognising this card is a very good card in the Ice matchup. Forces Connor to try and find an answer for it early. He's got 6 cards in hand, so he needs to think about what he does now. Whether he just puts down this Porum and gets it to start ticking some counters up.
I don't hate that as an idea here. At least it's only sort of losing 1 card to play it out, but it depends on what's in his hand. It could be something that he's not quite happy to discard yet.
Yeah, but we could see If he does discard and go down to 4, we could see his whole hand disappear on the next turn, though, if Connor does a Kurosame and a Yunalesco effect. So,
exactly.
Okay, so he's going to warp the Ramza. So this is a Ramza that in 2 turns' time will enter play and will play a knight from the break zone onto the field.
I hope I am picking the right one.
Yeah, that is the one. So we've got, I believe we've got 4 cards. We have got 4 cards in hand.
Even if he doesn't make him discard, even though that would be crazy.
So here's 7. So here we see Kurosame coming down. It's going to make him discard.
Goodbye, hand.
And then we know we've got the Mist Dragon, so I wonder if he's going to save that Mist Dragon up his sleeve for right before this Ramza comes into play. So Sam, thinking he maybe has a summon in hand, so now he's thinking of whether he casts the summon or he's trying to decide what card he keeps. Whatever card he chooses to keep could very well go to Yunalesca here.
I would like to think it might be Amaterasu. I think.
So it does just pitch 3.
I mean, I suppose you're going to anyway, and you can't kill the Kurosame, so.
So then, now Connor is thinking, is it worth doing Yunalesca to... Yes, he is. And yeah, go with that Shinryu. He's not going to go wide just yet. And yeah, hits the Gawain. Really nice hit.
Really good hit. Connor, at the moment, in control, much like his deck wants to do.
So Ramza's going to tick down to 1. We have got the Gawain lined up to come in off that Ramza, but we know Connor has the Mist Dragon. Sam knows Connor has the Mist Dragon because he searched it off the Rydia.
It feels bad. You're not going to get what you want out of this, but can Sam find a way back into this? Because at the moment, it feels like he is.
So he's just going to play a Leo just to get a draw, which seems pretty reasonable. Go digging in your decks, see what else you can find.
So you got to think that now you've seen one Kurosame, you're probably not going to lose your hand.
Nice. So Connor's seen the Larkeisha, so we can go Larkeishas into a Scale Toad here. So
first blood going to Connor.
And it's a Lilith, so no help on EX Plus there. So here comes the Larkeishas.
Interesting
Going
that
to get the Scale Toad.
Kept the Arcanist up hit there as well. I can't see that being too big of an issue.
I don't think it matters too much because it's going to get tapped and Q-Sith, I imagine, will get discarded next turn in response to this Ramza coming in when it targets the Gawain. So Sam has drawn the Corilla, which is good. And then here comes that Mist Dragon.
Yeah, that's going to leave that break zone in the dust.
Connor will draw, and he's drawn a Biblos. So Connor getting all the pieces he needs right now.
Yeah, absolutely going his way.
Sam has drawn a Corilla, and he's got an Avelia there as well. So
it would be nice to see the Corilla come down, because I think that might help sort of stabilise and put the pressure kind of back on Connor.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you can Corilla and flip something like a Gawain, it gets you right back into this game.
Yeah. I think that Sam...
Okay, so we're going to get the Avelia down first. So this is now going to buff all of Sam's knights. So this Ramza is now going to be a cool 10k.
Big is best. That's all I'm saying.
It's not how big, it's what you do with it. And here comes that Corilla. So this Corilla is going to come down, reveal the top 5, can play any number of knights up to a combined cost of, I believe, 4 or less onto the field.
So here we go. Nothing. There's one.
Oh, big whiff. So he hits the Agris. Obviously, Agris is too expensive. So no targets on the Corilla.
That feels pretty bad.
It does feel bad, but the Corilla is protecting the knights from taking damage less than their power.
And again, 2 big beefy 10Ks out there.
So Sam now thinking if he wants to do any sort of limit break shenanigans.
I mean, what could you do here? I mean,
you can't Leo because it's already out. The only other 3 cost limit break I imagine would be Zac, but I don't think you're really going to play Zac.
Yeah, it's not really worth it here. We've still only got 1 card in hand. You might as well sit on this.
And looks like Connor has drawn a Kurosame S, but now that Kurosame S is not quite enough. It's only going to deal 9k, and his opposing forwards are both 10k bodies. But what Connor can do is he can get this Biblos down, and he can start doing some dull freezes because Sam has got a card in hand. So Connor now thinking if he wants to get something maybe back. So he has got Tyro, so he could search his deck for something. This Hecaton Kaya is now a pretty dead card. He's going to tap the Inaleska. So he is going to play the Tyro by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's must be bad when he's staring down big guys. You just can't kill him.
Yeah. Maybe just saving. I mean, he doesn't need to do the Biblos just yet, and he can get to damage 3 before doing that.
Okay, so what's that?
Thinking about getting the Ultimecia here, which would be a nice one for the next turn. Sephiroth is also a good shout. It basically protects. It helps protect against sort of if these bodies start attacking.
And you've got to think as well, 10k is a bit of a battering ram, so you're going to be swinging in as well, because it could be an easy kill on one of them.
Yeah.
But he's not sure.
I wonder if he's thinking about getting the Ultimecia and even casting the Ultimecia, which I think would be a bit... I don't think he needs to do that this turn.
No, kind of a bit of a waste, right?
Yeah, so let me think. So he's maybe getting the C card here. Okay.
That's an interesting one. I wouldn't have thought I would have saw that in his deck.
Maybe thinking for next turn. Trying to see what... He has got an it's an Earth thing, isn't it?
This one, right?
Oh no, it is any for. Okay, so he is getting the Ultimecia. So I wonder if he is lining this up for either next turn. He could do it now. It would put Sam down to 0 cards in hand, and he looks like he's got 1 Ultimecia and a Shinryu and a Rydia, so he can get 3 dull freezes. Don't know if he needs to do that just yet. So yeah, he is just going to pass.
It's interesting though. These new cards playing in a big role already. Now,
Sam's got an Agrius, which is a kill and draw, which is very nice. So can snipe this. Larkish is not quite big enough to kill this Kurosame. The Agrius will be a big body as well, so puts Connor in a really sticky situation as to how he deals with this board. So yeah, only 1 damage to 0, so we're still very much on a knife edge here.
Absolutely.
So
can swing either way.
So I wonder. So we're seeing 5 here. So we are seeing Tidus. Oof. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So we're going to pay the 3. So we're now going to decide how we're going to play this out. So on the stack, Connor is just going to Kurosame and kill the Tidus.
That drops him to 7, so that means he doesn't get the effect.
No, he's still at 8.
Is he?
5 backups and 3 forwards.
Oh yeah, of course. God, ignore me. I'm out of this one.
So the Kurosame goes to bottom, and is he going to send a backup to the top? Feels very reasonable to do. So the Arcanist is going to go to top.
Yeah. It's not terrible here.
And then draw 2 cards. So yeah, that limit break Tidus very strong, putting in some good work there.
Now the question is, do you now play the Agrius if he still has it, kill the Larkicus and just swing for a couple points?
You do. You start to run the risk of like walking into a Shantoto. We know Connor hasn't got it, but he could in theory have the Shantoto.
Yeah, exactly that. So
the Rams is going to come in first. Hits the Arcanist, which we know is there.
So you're gonna go again there?
Thinking about going with the Gorilla?
I think you can, and then just leave Leo as your blocker, right?
And then here comes the Gorilla. So yeah, you definitely take this if you're Connor. You want to try and get to 3 damage. So if you're Connor, you're quite happy. So we're going to get a pass a turn, and Biblos is going to get a discard.
Not Biblos.
Scale Toad, sorry. Same but different.
Come on, man. These are your cards.
Same but different. So gets rid of Akusa. So, draw 2 for turn. So we get a Gilgamesh and a Griever.
That could be pretty big, actually. The Gilgamesh here costs 6 to break something, but
yeah, unfortunately, because we've just lost that backup, it stops being a 9k that has some protection.
To be honest as well, as much as getting a couple points on the board is quite nice, you hit 2 backups. That feels bad.
Yeah. So Connor now having a long hard think about whether he wants to do any sort of limit break shenanigans.
So we're seeing some clouds, seeing some Cactuars. I think there's a Zac on the front.
There is a Zac.
The cloud's not going to hit anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean Leo, but
it's a Leo, but it's probably not worth it.
Yeah, what a waste.
But if you're Connor, you got to be thinking. Well, if you're Connor, you're now safe. There's no more Tidus shenanigans because Sam has used Leo and has used 1 copy of Tidus. So you're safe from any further Tidus limit breaks. So that's 1 tick that makes you feel a bit more comfortable about the position that you're in.
Yeah, and you're never going to see a Monteonis in this deck anyway, so that was fully discounted from the beginning.
Yeah.
Zacs are probably the only thing you're going to have to worry about. But
so I think we maybe see the Ultimisha come down here.
So, yeah, you are right.
Interesting that he's left the Tyro up, of all things. I thought he would have left the I probably left the Unalesca, but I guess he wants access to the multicolour. So we are going to get Dull Freeze 3 things. So Dulling and Freezing, his Fire CP and 2 of his water backups, as well as the 2 big forwards, and then Sam will discard.
Yeah, this is really going to hurt Sam now. He needs to find a way to kind of maintain hand strength when you're against a Scale Toad is the toughest thing.
Especially as your turn is now limited next turn around because you've lost access to your Fire CP on the back line. You've lost access to 3 CP overall on the back line. So, in a bit of a sticky situation. He is going to swing in with Larkishas. No EX, but hits a Corilla. So we'd be glad to see that go because now we can feel a bit more comfortable getting rid of this Corilla.
Now, what did we pull off? There was 2 Firecats.
It was a Garland and I believe one of the Moogles, a Fixie Moogle. Connor just showing off the fact that he has Gilgamesh in hand.
Yeah.
This is why you don't play with your hand in between.
Yeah.
All this flicking cards.
Yeah. Can't do it. Just look at them all nice like.
It's only 2 cards. You can remember what 2 cards are. I'm a firm believer. If you read your card, you put them face down, and that's it.
Clearly someone with a hand fixation on the go. Just flick, 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 flick.
Yeah.
But
nervous disposition.
Yeah. Connor though, again, in full control here. That Ultimisha may have just come at the right time.
Paying 4, Garland's going to come down. So when Garland or Knights enter the field, when Knights other than Garland enter the field, sorry.
No, I think it includes himself as well. It's not. Yeah,
it deals 5k. But the big thing is when he enters the field, you can choose a Knight other than card named Garland from your break zone, add it to hand. I didn't see what he grabbed, if he grabbed anything.
Maybe it was the Agrius he discarded last turn.
Yeah, I imagine it was the Agrius. But I think Sam's now realising that he's now going to have to discard.
Yeah, for Scale Toad, yeah.
Because of the Scale Toad. This Garland is a cool 9k though, which is going to be the same as our Ultimisha.
Yeah, Sam still got quite a board there. Not easy for Connor to attack through without some sort of shenanigans beforehand.
No, definitely not. And we know Connor has the Biblos. Okay, so we've got a Miwa.
Wow, okay.
So we're going to get a reactivation.
I guess we're doing it now just so you don't have to discard to the Scale Toad at end of turn.
Yeah.
I like this.
And then it means we can try and get some points of damage in.
Yeah.
It also means that Sam has been left empty-handed, so we can't do any sort of Biblos stuff next turn. So Rams are coming in. Kusith.
Lovely full-out Kusith there.
And I guess we grab the Sephiroth here as basically as a protection against.
Yeah, I think that's a great card here because now you can cast it and hit whatever you want as well.
And also, it's actually worked in Connor's advantage that because Connor triggered the X-Burst, Sam has drawn off Lena. So Sam now has a card that he can discard. So if Connor was to... gonna pull the trigger on the Corilla. So I think we probably see the Sephiroth come down now. You are at damage 3, so you probably keep the Biblos.
Funnily enough, that we had a Sephiroth deck earlier, and this is the first Sephiroth we've seen played.
If it's going to see play, yes it is. So he's going to get rid of the Kuja. So Sephiroth is going to come down. It's going to break that Corilla, and then pass of the turn. So he's drawn another Sephiroth. So if you're Connor here, you probably want to get the Biblos down first, then play the Sephiroth for a discard. That you'll then get a dull freeze from the Biblos effect now. So there's the discard. So dull and freeze. He's going to keep this Ramza down. So Sam just checking why I got the dull freeze. That's because the Biblos that just entered. We're happily swing with the Ultimecia because we don't mind trading with the Garland, and Sam also doesn't mind losing that Miwa because he opens the avenue for playing more later down the line. Okay, so what have we drawn? So we've got a Beatrix. So when Beatrix enters field or not enters field, it gets 2k buffs around the board. So let's get this card up. Oh, I can't find it. You'll have to believe me.
Now you know how it feels, Jacko.
Well, if you were paying attention to the stream.
I'm sorry, I was handing my deck back and I just wanted to make sure everything was there.
Like an old married couple. Okie dokie, so Sam top decks the Corilla, so we are gonna
What card were you looking for, by the way?
Beatrix.
Beatrix? Oh, alright, okay.
And we're gonna get a Steiner.
This one?
That's the one.
That's how you do it,
So when
bro.
a Job Knight enters the field, what would I do without you? All the forwards you control gain 2k power until turn. And so they're now plus 6k because Beatrix, Corilla, and Steiner have all entered the field. And then Steiner, I think, is bouncing to hand.
Yeah, I believe so.
So Connor now desperately looking for a Shantoto if he can.
Yeah, how the turns table, eh?
Well, indeed.
I've mentioned in 3 different sections that it's going to be a role-playing focus.
So I think they're just trying to establish how big things have got.
Yeah.
Spoiler, they've got big.
Yeah, the answer is massive. So, Leo gonna come in. You're not probably gonna block that with a Sephiroth, I guess, but...
Yeah, I've already spoken.
Yeah, so this is a 9k Leo. Busted.
Yeah.
Hits a Tyro.
Never punished.
I think we still have Shinryu's in deck. We've seen one, it's just a matter of how many he's playing.
Yeah, if it's 3, I think
If
it's
it's
definitely
3,
the right choice.
Yeah, you just grab Shinryu here.
Yeah, Shinryu, it will cost 2. But he doesn't seem to be looking at it. Does he have 2?
Yeah, there's one.
Maybe he has a 3rd. Doesn't look like...
There is one
there
there.
it is. Okay.
He is going to grab the
So he's
Shinryu.
got the full art. Again, statistically more powerful.
So that's gone to hand. And then we have a passive turn. So yeah, with one card, you have to just Shinryu here. So here comes the Shinryu.
Yeah.
So in response,
Oh, what?
yeah, tapping 4 knights. And dealing a point of damage. So
Where's
Connor
that coming
not
from?
reading the Ramza. So 7 CP Ramza has an ability where you can tap 4 active knights, choose one forward, break it, and you deal your opponent a point of damage.
Kiddy there as well, absolutely called it before us. Ramza is live, yeah, didn't see that.
Yeah, so that is just going to stop that Shinryu in its tracks.
Yeah, there it is. Sam passes, kills Shinryu. No S effect here today.
Yeah.
And I don't think we top decked a Shantato either. Because
Well, we can but we can search for the Shantoto. We can search for any card off the Shinryu. So Shinryu is still
true.
resolved.
Yeah.
So we just search for Shantoto.
yeah, you have to. Yeah, there you go. I think that's the only way of staying in this.
Yeah, I think you absolutely, you absolutely just search Shanto to hit. Sam's got one card in hand. You know he's got not really have any response to this. His Limit Break deck is pretty much out of action. He gets rid of that last copy of Corilla. And this Biblos is going to be able to become a forward and attack and get rid of the last card in Sam's hand anyway as well. So very much far from over here. Because plenty of cards to play with on Connor's side of the board.
Now the question is can Sam come back from a Shantato? Again, he doesn't really have hand strength because of the Scale Toad has been doing a lot of work.
So kind of trying to work out what he discards. You don't really need the Krista. You definitely need another copy of Biblos. And he's thinking about getting rid of the Lark here. You definitely get rid of the Lark here because you want to leave that. You want to leave that Sephiroth in hand, right?
Oh, he's not though. Interesting. I'm surprised by that one.
Yeah, I don't know why he's kept hold of the Larkishas because he's already got Biblos Scale Toad on board.
Yeah, you would have thought that the Sephiroth sort of follow-up would have been real nice if by some miracle Sam got back into this now.
So it hits point damage and it's a Garland. Wow.
So what do we get back? Corilla, I guess?
And now you really... Yeah, there's a Corilla. Now you really regret not keeping that Sephiroth.
Yeah, exactly. This is a bit of an interesting play. Like, what are you going to get back? Like the Krista, right? And that doesn't feel great.
Yeah. Unless I imagine Connor's kept the Larkishas because he wants to play the Krista. Yeah. So Kitty, I was just thinking the same thing, but this doesn't feel like your strongest thing to do.
Yeah, I still think the Sephiroth was better there.
Because the Krista's never going to be live because Sam knows the Biblos is active now, so Sam's going to basically be finishing his turns empty-handed as much as possible. So playing the Krista off the Lark is never really going to be that impactful.
Yeah,
I think having the Sephiroth access would have been far more powerful in my... It's what I think anyway. But
I feel like there's more options to it as well. Like, not only do you get the break, you also get the potential discard, and that will lead to a dull freeze as well. So I think the Sephiroth was definitely the right choice.
We're coming into the last 5 minutes of the round now as well, so Sam still looking in a pretty good position right now because he's 5 damage to 3 up and we know he's got the Corilla in hand. The question is, how many targets have we really got left for this Corilla? I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, exactly that. Now, is potentially Sam leaving a Fire and Water up here for something like Firion as well, which could be interesting.
So here's the Corilla.
Corilla again. Ramser is a hit, but it's
hits
too
a
much.
Gawain on the last card.
Oof.
Wow. So gets a Beatrix and Garland from deck. Disgusting. How clutch was that Gawain coming right at the very end?
Yeah.
And he's going to get the Ramser as well. Imagine lining up...
And the thing is, again, because you're only on 3 damage, you can warp this Ramser and not feel too bad about it either.
Yeah, well, you can probably afford to warp the Ramser and play the Beatrix and leave yourself empty-handed again to protect from this Biblos.
Yeah, absolutely love that idea.
Because you don't want to pass now, because Scale to get a discard, Biblos will get a dull freeze. You know he's got access to a discard from Unileska and the Biblos, so...
Yeah, I think Sam is also just trying to work out the maths of it here.
Yeah, so I think it was a little bit greedy, maybe keeping the Larkishas rather than the Sephiroth, but we'll see now. And Sam, in theory, does have 1 Limit Break use left, potentially. Like, he could cast a Leo or a Zac. And speak of the devil, there is the Leo.
I mean, this is dangerous though, going on the draw when you're staring down all that discard opposite you.
Yeah, but he can.
He is going to end turn. Interesting.
The
problem is now next turn. Like, obviously, we know from position here that Krista will actually be a big impact.
Yeah, I think Sam regressing. Maybe he forgot about the Scale Toad and stuff now because he is about to lose his whole hand. Because now Larkisha's Krista is now suddenly really good.
Yeah. Not only that, we still got the attack trigger from Biblos, and we could still Unileska.
So I think Sam may be forgetting about the scale toad maybe is what's costing a bit there, because you could have afforded to just discard that Bahamut to warp the Ramza.
Yeah, it's going to go in, and it's...
And there's that Arc, there's that Krista. This as may have just swung entirely, but...
Okay, so in response, Sam is going to Edgar the Beatrix, just so he doesn't lose the Beatrix accidentally. He did discard then the Ramza to the Biblos effect. It's now saved him from basically having his board kind of completely dull frozen down, because the Biblos will no longer attack and get a discard.
Exactly that. And the problem is as well is Connor knows now, with that option off the table, he can't really attack here because, well, he's on 5. He needs those blockers.
Yeah, Connor has got a Prish here in hand as well. He could use it, but it would cost him the Ultimisha in his hand, which I think he's trying to keep hold of, but Prish could kill this Gawain, because this Gawain is an 8k currently, so it's got 1k from the Avelia and 2k from the Beatrix that entered this turn.
I mean, the one thing we were neglecting here from Connor is he is looking at that LB deck and he hasn't played anything yet.
Yeah, which is actually fantastic on his behalf, because he can don't attack with the Biblos, because this Gawain is an 8k.
And the Gawain costs 4, right?
Okay. Okay, so he's playing the mat. Okay. Buffing everything by 2k.
So it's going to be an 8k
8k with the Biblos.
It's the first time seeing a Monk on stream in a while.
Surely you just trade with the Gawain. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if maybe Connor didn't know that was going to be absolute dead draw for Sam. He drew a Firion and a Cuchulainn. I guess you cast the Cuchulainn and hope you draw fire.
That would be the hope, but... Yeah. Man,
Doesn't draw
Ophelia. Oh no.
Yikes. Okay. But the thing is, Biblos is now gone though, so we don't have dull freezes.
No, this is true.
Which is why I was a bit surprised that Connor was so happy to throw his Biblos away.
Yeah, this is a bit of a weird one. And the thing is, again, Connor still has a lot of stuff in his LB deck.
Connor would have been better off. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's lining up the Ultimisha for like this turn to try and
he pulled a Sephiroth and he's got Ultimisha in hand.
So he could discard the Tyros. That's at least one 5-cost character for the Ultimisha. The question is, how many other ones has he got in his break zone?
Do you know much about
Surges is also excellent now. Can keep this Gorilla frozen down.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see Victoria come down. Oh no.
Oh, okay, we're going for a draw.
Okay.
So Leo from Connor.
I wonder what Connor was hoping to get there.
Is it maybe just another 5 costs something for the Ultimisha?
Maybe, yeah. So he did, and he did achieve just that because he got the Kurosame.
Yeah.
So he's getting the Ultimisha. We're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we got a 5th? No 5th, but 4 is still pretty good. So we're going to rip that last card from Sam's hand. We're going to dull freeze 2 of his forwards and probably 2 of his backups.
Yeah, and we should say that is time on the round as well, guys. So not sure who's on turn 0 here.
This will be turn 0 for Connor.
But I don't know when time actually dropped, so...
I will say it's now, so I'll just let them know.
Okay. Jacko is off. Gonna do Jacko things on his skates. This again is real close either side, but Sam's still in the lead. But Connor now amassing quite a bit of a board. And there goes that Firion. Sad, couldn't keep hold of it. Attacking him with Larkacus. And we hit the Palom. And a Lena. So we get a draw. If you choose to. Yeah.
Krista's going to come in, so it's going to put him at 6.
And there's another Ophelia. Sam probably happy he's not going to be drawing another dead card like that.
So what have we got left? So I mean, there is not bad. It's an Agrius. So there's some form of removal.
I don't think you want to draw though. I think Sam might only have 2 cards left there.
And I think he's got slightly more. Well, we'll see now. So you probably don't kill the map because you can just play it. And it's 7k, doesn't it? Anyway, so I think Larkish is the.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to kill the Leo. So he is going to draw.
Okay, so I can't see. I'm not sure if that's 1
He
or 2.
drew a Gwaine, but
I think that is it. That was a very close game
I
there.
think he's just scooping because the Surgis just comes down on the next. So regardless of whatever Sam could do, he can't produce anything more. Surgis will come down and we'll dial that last forward, and that will be game. So yeah, fantastic. So look at that, Ice Earth. I did think this was one of the decks that I was eyeing up for this set. So yeah, very glad to see how strong this list Connor has produced has been. Using Tyros to get access to all the best limit break stuff is really good. Me and Connor were talking about this before, in that Kurosame, even just discarding 3 is good enough, and you get there easily with the current Ice Earth lists. So
yeah, absolutely that. So guys, we'll do a quick be right back. See if Connor wants to jump on. If not, we will be back with a wrap up. So catch you in a minute.
And we are back with the interview of our winner from tonight, the first locals of Hidden Hope, taken by Connor, piloting a very nice Ice Earth list.
Yeah.
Talk us through your evening. How's it been?
2 Mono Earth, that, and Type 0.
Was that like Monsters Mono Earth lists? Or?
Oh, sorry, Mono Fire, not Mono
Mono Fire,
Earth.
right. Okay, so there was some Mono Fire, because Kitty has been tuning in, so he was asking us some Mono Fire.
Yeah, 2 Mono Fires.
Tough matchups, was it, or...?
Yes, because I've only got 1 Mist Dragon in my deck for some reason. Yeah, I forgot.
Interesting.
I didn't clock how difficult the matchup would be, because you have to constantly think of the Mont coming into play. So definitely 2 Mist Dragon.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much place for it right now. All the Cat 8 stuff as well, proactively using Mist Dragon. The Knights deck, that Ramza is a very strong card. Being able to get things back from breaks here as well.
Was annoyed.
Yeah, so definitely I think 2 Mist Dragons. But you survived with just the 1. Talk us through then the thought process behind making this deck list. Why was this the first one that took your mind coming into this set?
Because I had 3 full art Ultimecias and I wanted to use them.
Yeah, that's more than enough reason.
No other reason. So Ice Earth it plays the way I like playing the game. It's like slow control. It's hand control mainly, but it's been crap in my opinion for the last 5 sets.
It has been for a while. I know I was trying to get it to work last set, but it just
needing another backup searcher.
Yeah, exactly. You never consistently got there. So Eminent obviously helps with that massively.
It helps more because it can search Arcanist.
Yeah.
And Arcanist is what keeps you in the game to the until you can start slow rolling your opponent.
Or an extra search for Biblos as well.
Yeah, that's nice. The fact they don't have to put Nagmalada in the deck because I can just search for that. So.
At one point, obviously, when you had to play the Shantato, you had the option of discarding either Larkacus or Sephiroth. You chose the Larkacus. I mean, it paid off in the end, but was that like a really difficult decision for you? Because I guess obviously you could have the kill and the discard from that. Or?
I was having an armor, but that was the second Sephiroth, so I had 1 more, and I needed Larkacus was 2 bodies plus discard with Biblos on board, so it represented 2 bodies plus Dull Freeze. So
yeah, we did think that, although I think it was a bit of a miscalculation from Sam. I think he forgot about the Skeleton, because I thought the set it would have been a better call to keep the Sephiroth, only because Sam had the ability to play out his hand, but I think he forgot about the Scale Toad, and so, because if he then played out his hand, obviously then you don't get that effectiveness of the discard and the Dull Freeze, but it didn't matter in the end, because you end up getting that triple discard in the end, because you got the Scale Toad, then you got the Biblos and Unilesco or something. So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh no, you needed the 1 because he discarded. He paid for something from hand. He
Yeah,
paid
it
the
was
Beatrix.
Skeleton, Krista, and then I think he
And then
lost 1.
and then he played the Beatrix, worrying that he was going to lose it. off the Edgar. But yeah, no, really cool deck, really nice like controlling. I think the power, we've seen it. I mean, we didn't really see it much from what you were playing, but the Cloud having access to that in like Ice Earth is like an extra, because historically Ice Earth lists were kind of trying to play a crystal package to play Robo, because that was like one of its own like hard break removal things. But I guess with the new Gilgamesh and then access the Cloud through the Tyro, you can kind of get rid of all that engine. That actually frees up quite a lot of slots. How have you found the Gilgamesh? Was that a 1-of, 2-of?
When I put it in, I didn't realise it was on entry as well.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it was better than I thought, but I never actually played it.
Sure.
It's probably getting cut. It's 3, then pay 3. And then you can't afford to pay 3 every single turn because you need CP for Arcanist.
Sure.
So you lose
so
you lose too much card advantage if you have to pay 3. So
Sure.
I think that's going.
Has it got a place for the mirror? Obviously, you didn't place it, but I guess it can get rid of monsters, get rid of opposing scale toads or Biblos.
I got a.
Or you're not that worried?
I got one of the new Shivas in.
Okay, yeah, to
Maybe that does enough, but
yeah, okay.
I don't know. You got Neo X Death, so you can remove them. Worst case, it's not in my LV, but it should be Shantoto.
Yeah, I did see that it wasn't quite in the list. I mean, you've got the Zac in there, obviously, because you've got the Tyro and things.
No, Zac was in there just so I could use Victoria to deal 10.
Sure, okay.
But Victoria seemed worse than I thought it was.
Yeah.
So I think Zac's getting cut for the Shantoto just so it's there. Because as you saw, I didn't
the threat
play.
of it as well, like yeah.
I didn't play it any LBs until the very end. So
And then they definitely helped, and actually the draw for Leo, then drawing a 5 cost or more character was really nice.
I don't think it mattered too much. I just did that because I wanted another body to go for lethal, because I assumed time was going to get called soon.
Sure.
The fact that it got me something I could discard and get another Dull Freeze was icing.
So the big change then, so it's all about taking Gilgamesh out. Any other big changes? Any other cards that didn't quite hit the mark or you want to try? Did the Shiva work? Did you cast it at all?
So the one cost Shiva beats one of Fire, because it's Dull Freeze, a Phoenix.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't use the new Shiva, but that's mainly in there for Mirror Monsters.
Yep.
I don't know. I definitely need another Mist Dragon.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep, I agree.
Kursame was a lot better than I thought it was.
Nice.
Discard 3 forces your opponent's hand small. So as the first discard option you do, that's strong. I don't think I'd put it to 3 though. There's definitely some tweaking there, but yeah, Gilgamesh gone, Mist Dragon in, Zac gone, Toto in, and I guess we'll see where it goes.
Nice, cool. Well, I look forward to seeing how the list grows over the next few weeks. We're probably going to wrap it up there. But yeah, thanks to everyone that's tuned in for our first week of Hidden Hope. It's been great having you guys along for the ride. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're tuning in from the old YouTube. It helps us out a lot. We're trying to make a big push for 500 subs, so we've broken the 400 mark. If we can get to that 500, that would be really chef's kiss for us. So if you're tuning in, please don't forget to hit that sub button. And what else can they do, Fish?
Well, they can check out all of our socials and also our affiliate link on Cactuars.com. Again, if you need anything geek related, you need your paints, your books, anything like that, check out the Firestone website via our affiliate link and help us out, help the channel grow.
That sounds like a great idea. In fact, I might even do that when I get home. But we're going to wrap it up there. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye, guys.